Hello you guys, welcome to the first video on the YouTube channel. Today I'm gonna be playing Project Stardust on Roblox. So if you don't know, this is one of those games, like, if you think like plain, like flying games, or like Battlefield flight controls and stuff like that. This is basically that, but it has its own game dedicated to it. So the main objective, well, there is really no main objective in this game. It's just a series of objectives across multiple like fandoms, universes, etc. It has the space battleship Yamato universe, I think, the Halo universe, and the Star Wars universe in it. It also has music from those two fandoms. That's what's playing right now. Okay, so it looks like the game mode that we got here is Assault and Defense. Basically, just think of it as operations from Battlefield. Because that's honestly all it is, except in space, or I guess in the sky in this case. If you're wondering what ship this is the Hermes. It's one of the fastest UNSC ships, but that comes at a cost of being incredibly weak. Like, its main systems do practically no damage. It's a great ship, though, don't get me wrong. Oh yeah, there's also the Hillsborough here. It's another pretty good ship. It's a little bit tougher than the Hermes, but it comes at a cost of speed. Yeah, this ship is great if you hate, like, missiles and stuff like that, because it has an unholy amount of picket defense. I believe that's a victory. Oh yeah, that was a victory one. Admittedly, it's one of the worst ships that you can get, but it is required if you want to get ships like, the MC-80 or Star Destroyer, unfortunately. So on the Star Wars branch, as you can see, there's a lot of different ships here. The one that I'm going to be using here is the Imperial Venator. It's not exactly the best that you have as the Imperials, but it certainly beats the alternative, which is the Victory one. It's honestly just a weaker Republic Venator, though. So, if you have a Republic Venator, then only use this to grind if you haven't grinded down this path already for the Imperial Star Destroyer. Oh, the game's lagging a little bit. So, if you don't know, the Venator is one of the few ships that actually has fighters, bombers, stuff like that. Like, the Venator is honestly just a glorified... The Venator is honestly just a glorified carrier, but it certainly beats the Harrower in my opinion, which is another carrier, but it doesn't have nearly as much firepower on it. Now, if you want the Star Destroyer, you are gonna have to grind a fair bit with the Venator. So if you don't like it, then you can try going down another path to get, say, like the Titan or something, or the Crimson Command. There are gonna be a few targets in the game that have a little bit too much health in their class. For example, the MC-80. It's considered a tier 2 despite having the armament of and shield power of a Crimson Command, which is a tier 3. There are a few more examples like the ISD even, but we'll get into those later. Okay, I'm gonna try out the MC-30C. I've genuinely never actually... Well, I've used it before, but I just didn't really like it because I didn't know how to use it properly. And to be honest with you, I still really don't know how to use it properly, but... Oh, it's a missile-reliant cruiser. If you don't know what that means, it basically just means that it really needs its missiles to do most of the damage. So if you don't know how to use the missiles, then you're gonna be out of luck. Like that. I can't even hit a shot. Oh wait, no I can't. It is a little bit dangerous to get in this close with a with an MC-30C, and that's just because the fact that it's really reliant on missiles. Now I think about it, and missiles, your own missiles can damage you in this game, so you want to be cautious about that. There are a few other missile-reliant ships in the game, but this is probably the one that leads the hardest into the realm of like use missiles or you're not gonna have any DPS. It is fairly fast for how powerful it is, though, so you can use that to your advantage and surprise enemies with your speed. The one downside to missile-reliant ships is that ships like the Hermes or the Hillsborough, well, not really the Hermes, but especially the Hillsborough, they have like ridiculous amounts of missile defense and fighter defense. It's pretty much impossible to roll up on them and only use missiles, unless you're... Like, I feel like the only way that probably could be mitigated is simply because of the sheer amount of missiles that this thing has. Like there, you saw that was almost like half of my missiles gone because of the amount of picket defense that this ship has. There's really no way to get around that, unfortunately. Now this is a scenario that you don't want to be stuck on, because the MC-30Cs, its lasers don't really have the best coverage, unfortunately. Okay, so the round's ending, and looks like we lost, because nobody really focused on the objective, honestly. But that's fine, we can try again. Ooh, serious B. Or 8. Is that a... That's an 8. That's an 8. Okay, Serious 8. If you really like Serious 8, then you're probably gonna like the Razor and Sahara. These two ships are mostly stealth ships, and especially the Port Stanley, but you're gonna have to pay up if you want that, unfortunately. So with the Sahara and Razor, basically, if you want to be completely invisible to the enemy and just strike behind their lines, these ships are for you. The only problem is, their main cannons do pitiful damage, so they're more missile reliant than even the M30C. Because at least the M30C had some, or the MC30C had some missiles. Or not missiles. At least it had a little bit of laser defense and health to back it up. But with this, you've got 7,000 health. Like, a MAC cannon could one-shot you. That's how weak this is. So, the strategy here is to just get behind their lines, use your missiles, and then pray to God you live. Nobody's gonna see you while you're cloaked, so you should be fine in that department. You just need to make sure that you can get out safely, because if you can't, you're screwed. Oh, there's a daring ship. And... okay, so I just risked my life to deal a lot of damage to that, and it looks like it worked, actually. So, I'm gonna just try and deal as much damage as I can at this point, while my laser recharges. And if I can actually get this kill, that'll be hilarious. Okay, well, I'm done. Oh, we're living on a prayer. Okay, yeah, if anything as much as probably taps me, I'm dead. Gotta avoid that gunfire. Ooh, that is a nice juicy target, though. Should I risk my neck for it? You know what? It's a dreadnought. What's the worst that could happen? Oh, oh. That's the worst that could happen, clearly. And my cloak's not gonna be active for a little bit. Yeah, the best I can do is just this. Just snake. Okay. A good thing about this design is they're pretty much forced to try and lock onto you if they want to actually get a hit off. Which is a disadvantage compared to other ships. Because, because like most ships in this game are kind of big, so this thing's small size and maneuverability really helps it out, you know. Ah, crap. Okay. Oh, that's another downside about the Razor. If you die, then you have a respawn time. But that's alright. I'll try using a... I'll use a Halcyon for this while I wait. That's a lucky shot. That's 1 in a million. If that hits, I'm also gonna shoot some missiles at that guy. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. It doesn't look like that guy is actually active, so I'm gonna focus on someone else instead. The Halcyon isn't very missile reliant as much as it's Mac reliant. Its cannons are powerful, but they are slow for the most part. However, one of the many advantages that you have as a UNSC ship is that you have a good amount of range against your enemy. And since the majority of people use Star Wars ships and pretty much nothing else, that means that as a UNSC ship player, you're going to have an immediate advantage against most of your opponents. As a Halo player. Oh, the Dreadnought took my kill. Now that's someone that looks like they're cowering behind a asteroid, though I can't be entirely sure. Okay, now that is a massive target. Unfortunately, I'm also a massive target, so. Okay, it does look like its picket defense is not strong. However, its shields. Oh, that's a Star Destroyer. Okay, I might have. You know, I'm pulling out the MC-80 for this. If you're a Star Wars fan, you know that MC-80s can easily hold a candle to Star Destroyers. Now, I don't really like using the MC-80 all that much. Especially in tiers 1 to 2. And that's just because it feels like it should be a tier 3, honestly. With the amount of weapons it has, it feels like it should be a tier 3. This isn't immediately obvious with how slow I'm firing, but if I go to like that guy and start broadsiding, then you'll realize. And that's just half of its weapons. The other half is on the other side. Now, there is one side effect to being an MC-80, and that is that literally everyone on the enemy team, or the majority of people on the enemy team, will target you. And that's just because of how tanky your ship is. And that's honestly not really something that you see often with ISDs. Okay, so someone probably fired a mag blast, but I got their ISD, so that was worth it. Okay, I'm gonna show off the Munificent. This is another one of those ships that's like really good. It's got good broadsides. It's best used as a broadside ship, but it's not that bad if you're just charging head first. Now, one tiny problem with this ship is that, yes, it unfortunately has no missiles. But if you don't know how to use missiles, that shouldn't be any problem. Okay. Yeah, I don't think the majority of the Confederate ships don't have missiles on them. But to make up for that, they have a lot of cannons on them. Like a lot. So yeah, the Munificent is basically just a baby MC-30 or ISD. There's also a Dreadnought variant, which I haven't gotten yet. And it's... honestly, I don't know. But it seems powerful because it's like tier 3 or something. So these ships are the first of many where they're really reliant on broadsides and not much health. The Recusant falls into this, the MC-80 falls into this, the ISD might fall into that. But the majority of the beginner ships, just in general, aren't good for broadsides. Okay, now this is honestly a ship that I do not like using. Like, it is possibly the worst starter ship that you could ask for. The Covenant ships in general are really good, but this is that one outlier that's just meh. In fact, no, it's not even meh, it's worse than that. Like, its shields compared to other Covenant ships just don't recharge that fast. It's not good. I don't even know if any of the torpedoes are worth using, to be honest. So yeah, this ship, it requires a ridiculous amount of grinding to get to the next ship, honestly. So just getting like any kill whatsoever with this is probably an achievement. Like, that should be its own badge in this game. Get a kill with the CCS. Nobody's gonna do that. Come on. Is this a CCS? I don't know. They all have very similar names. It's the CAR. My bad. But my point still stands. Just don't use this, please. It's got pretty good point defense, I guess, but that's not what you get XP off of, so what's really the point? So yeah, with this, just prey on smaller ships and maybe snatch some big ship kills if you can. Okay, that's the end of the match. Yeah, see, 250,000 XP. It took less. It takes less grinding to get the Ian, which is infinitely better than that other ship, the CRS. From what I've seen. I mean, I suppose it does have the plasma emitters, which are pretty much just longer lasting mat cannons. They're really useful for getting XP. Problem with the Covenant is they require too much grinding for just okay ships, and specifically like this category here. And it doesn't even make up for its lack of strength with its speed. It's got the speed of the Hillsborough, despite being like 10 times weaker. I just don't like this shit, man. I don't think anyone in the community does. It really discouraged me from grinding Covenant ships because I thought, are the majority of the Covenant ships like this, you know? So. It doesn't even have that good picket defense, I think, about it. It's a little slow. That guy's probably using a Hermes based off of the missiles. Oh, wait, no. I mean, I guess it's good against UNSC ships, but that's about it. Against anything else, it just suffers. Like, even a Victory 1, dude. And the Victory 1 is probably the worst Imperial ship in the game, so that's saying something. The only reason I'm playing is so that I can get the next ship in the Covenant tree. That's probably an MC-80, guessing off of... No, that's not an MC-80, that's probably an ISD, actually. Oh, wait, no, that's a Victory. That's a Victory. honestly, getting any amount of kills with this thing is just... It seems impossible at first, because the missiles aren't even that good. Like, the missiles aren't good, it's not very good at defending against fighters, only missiles. Like, I'm reluctant to even call it missile reliant, because, like, what else does it have? Its missiles are really easy to shoot down, and its main attack does, like, 0 damage for how fast it shoots. Yeah, the Hillsborough's cannons do the same amount of damage per volley, but the difference with the Hillsborough is that it's actually, its cannons shoot pretty quickly, so you could easily tear your enemies apart with your missiles or mag cannon, and then finish them off with your picket defense, or vice versa, or not picket defense, with your battle cannons, or vice versa. You just can't do that with this Covenant shit. Like, if you want to actually be useful to your team, then don't use this unless you're planning to just be support. Because that's the only feasible role that you could play with this ship. Just support. Even its missiles don't do that much damage. I mean, I guess it is somewhat long reach. So it's a I-8 sniper ship. But if you want a sniper ship, then just use any UNSC ship with a mag cannon known to man. Seriously, they have ridiculous amounts of range. Okay, I'm traversing too far into enemy territory. I should probably fall back. I don't even know if that ship's good or not. Seems good for stealing kills, I guess. Yeah, I can't be bothered to keep using that. I'm just gonna use those. Oh, that looks like a prime target. I just need to combat its fast movement speed. Boom. Ooh, free UNSC ship. Don't mind me as I just... Oh, yeah, that was a stalwart. Okay. That's a Paris. Too bad I'm literally the evolution of a Paris, so. Did the missiles not connect? Alright, whatever. Paris down. Man, people need to start playing the objective more. Okay, I just wasted some missiles, but that's alright. I doubt we're gonna catch up in time, honestly. I mean, I guess, but yeah, all I can do is pray. Now that was beautiful damage. Oh, I almost had that. Alright, missiles, that'll finish him off. Yup. Oh, so now... Oh, he was using a meme ship. Okay. Ah, sup, Paris? How you doing? If that didn't hit this turn, it will. Yup. Is that an MC-80? It was. Oh. Who's using? Oh. That's you. Let me just, point. See. You know, I'm willing to grind that much simply because it has a shield. That thing seems a little bit tougher than the Hermes, I think. Nah. Okay, that guy's done. Yup. I don't know what. Ah, CAR. Yeah. Yeah, as you can see, I am much faster than this Covenant ship here. Oh, what is that? Whatever it is, it's, wait, this thing regens health? Oh, yeah, that's... Hold on, what is that? Oh, that guy. I can't tell you what that is, unfortunately, but I'm just gonna go into battle. Oh, it's a Okay, man. I'm not gonna bother pronouncing that because I feel like it's gonna get taken a whole different way by the tubes of you. Like with all the stuff that they put us through. Did that even hit? Oh, cover. Okay. That was nice. That felt really good. Does the Athena have a shield? Alright, well, that'll be all, folks. I feel like this video's gone on for as long as it's needed to be. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe, please.